Hi everybody, excuse me, Lori here if you're new to my channel. Hi, how are you guys doing today? I got a couple of books in the mail, so I was going to show you that, and the other part's going to be spoilery, because the other part I thought I would talk about EndGames, because I finally went and saw it on Sunday, and I was going to do a review of it yesterday by itself, but then things happened, so I never got it up, so I figured why I'm doing this. I will also talk about the movie. I know my hair's all in my eyes, I know, I'm sorry. But, let's start with the books. The book and manga, whatever you want to say. If I can get it open, we'll start with that. I suck at opening these things. Make sure I grab, yep, okay. The first one I'm going to show you is the manga I got. That is the first volume of Monstrous, which is called The Awakening. It says a beautiful told story of magic and fear, Neil Gaiman. So, Mary Lou. It says, Marja, how do you say your name? Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying Mary Lou. Margie Lou and Sonia, something like that. Sonia. It's Sana. It's Sana. Takeda. Take Eastern and Western comic storytelling traditions and styles and create something wholly their own and remarkable. A beautifully told story of magic and fear in humanity and exploration of what it means to be human and the monsters we all carry inside us. Also, some of the best cats in comics. A delight, Neil Gaiman. Gaiman. Most imaginative and daring new series, Entertainment Weekly. And if you want big, beautiful, terrifying, violent magic, Monstrous is your next favorite comic. Cosmopolitan. So it's set in the alternate world of Art Deco, beauty, and steampunk horror. Monstrous tells the epic story of Maka, something like that, half-wolf, a teenage survivor of a catastrophic, something like that, war between humans and their hated enemies, the Arcticans. In the face of oppression and terrible danger, Mika is both hunter and hunted, searching for answers about her mysterious past, as those who seek to use her remain just one step behind, and all the while the monster within begins to awaken. I like the back. I love this picture on the back, and I love this. And yeah, I've heard so many people talk about this, so I've been wanting it for a while. It looks really dark. I mean, look at these pictures. I mean, oh my gosh. Right, dark, isn't it? You know, I'm trying to get more like comics and mangas and things like that for when I have readathons. And oh my gosh. For some reason this smells good. So I'm really excited to try this and see if I'm going to like it. I wanted to get a couple, but I wanted to get this other one. And that is Game of Thrones. I watched like part of the first season, but that was it. My husband loves it. He's almost caught up. I think he's on like the second to last season. I think he's on 7. Unless he finally finished it, I don't know. But I am so excited to read this. For some reason, I thought I got a different version. That's okay. I like this version. I like the dagger. Or knife, dagger, whatever you want to say that's on it. And this one, man, oh geez. How many pages are in this one? It really tells you what really, oh, here they are. I see the page count. I didn't see it in the other one, so this must be like maybe the next book. Oh, okay, yeah. There's, that's just about the houses. The Penda, Game of Thrones, here we go. There is 666 pages, I believe, because I don't know what this other part is. I don't know. Wait a minute, there's more. Hold on a minute, there's 674 pages. So, yeah. I'm not going to tell you guys what this is about because you guys should know. But, oh, it looks so good. And I like it sloppy. And I know my friend Ashley, BookBabe88, is currently reading this and she's liking it a lot. So, I'm excited to see if I'm going to like it. I've heard so many people talk about this and love it. And I just want to annotate the heck out of it. And hopefully I'll have things to say and write down. I do know some of the characters. Like I know, I can't think of her name, but the one that is obsessed with dragons. And I know there's Jon Snow and that one boy, I forget his name. I forget how you say his name, but he's the young boy. I'm not going to say what happens to... Never mind. But yeah, I'm really excited to see if I'm going to like this. This will probably be in, like how I like to do my vlog. Like I'll do like books that intimidate me kind of. Because this kind of does intimidate me. Because this is a very popular book as well. And plus it's kind of out of my comfort zone. Even though I do kind of like I said, I did watch some of the first season. And I might continue on and watch the, start over again and watch it. But there's a map. You know me with maps. The north is on that end and the south is on the back. But yeah, those are the two new books. They were under 20. That's the only reason why I bought them. So they were under 20. I wouldn't have bought them if they would have been over 20. But I'm going to see if maybe my husband will take me to Barnes & Noble later in the week, next week, beginning of the week. Because I know they have some more of these there. And I would like to, I always like to give like comics and, books, if they're more than one volume. I like to give them more than one chance. Even if I might not like the first one, I at least like to read 2 to 3 of them just to give it a chance. So yeah. I'm really, really excited about this. It looks like it's going to be something that's going to be right up my alley. So I'm really excited. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about EndGames. So if you haven't watched it, then I'm sorry, but can you please leave or you don't get spoiled? Because I really don't want to spoil you. Because it's kind of hard to talk about it without spoilers. So, yeah. If you guys don't want to be spoiled, then I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, if you're leaving, to like the video so far. If you liked it, come back after you see EndGames and finish watching the rest of the video. And take care. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. Hit that beautiful bell icon and talk to you guys all later. Yeah. So, now let's talk about EndGames. Now, Infinity War I just watched like last week or the week before. That one was okay. I know a lot of people like that one more than this one. But to me, it took me until like the last 40 minutes of the Infinity War to get into it. Like I was so bored. I was just not even paying attention. I was so bored with it. I was reading, and then when the the battle and everything starts taking place, with Thanos. Yeah. When all that part happened in the first part, that's when I really started getting into it. But at first, I was so bored. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so bored. But I knew I had to watch it because we were going to go see EndGames. Oh my gosh. Yeah. EndGames was 3 damn hours. And I didn't get up at all. I had to go pee the last half hour, 40 minutes of the movie. And I was so invested. I was like, I am sitting here. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to cross my legs. Because I was not going to miss one scene. So you know if I like a movie because I do not move from that spot. I will hold it. Oh, but this one, I loved it. I know some people were upset about Captain America? Captain America's, like, ending. I loved it. We'll go into that in a minute. Okay. I just loved, like, the whole thing. I loved how it was, like, what? It started out, like, 2 weeks after, I think, the battle? Or 2 months? I can't remember if it was 2 weeks or 2 months. I know it's 2 something. And we get that part. And then it's like 5 years later. And we find out that Iron Man, Tony, and his woman, I always forget her name, but they had a baby. They had Morgan. I think that was Morgana? Morgan, right? Morgan? Oh my gosh. So adorable, that girl. I thought her and Robert Downey Jr. / Iron Man, they stole that part of that part. They were so, like, really good with each other. I thought, what did she say? Like, something about, like, I love you 3,000, 300 or 3,000, something like that. I love that. I loved how Iron Man / Robert Downey Jr. interacted with her. They just were so cute together. I mean, they were just so adorable. So we're going to keep talking about Tony. I love that he got to go back into the past. He got to see his dad, give him hugs, and yeah. I just love that whole thing. I knew that something was going to happen to him in the beginning when it was showing him, you know, in space. And then, what's her name came? What's her name? See, I didn't watch the movie, so I don't know her name. Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel, is that what it is? But anyways, when she came in, she took him down the thing. But before that, when he was talking into the helmet, or whatever that thing's called, yeah. I knew that something was going to happen. I just knew it. I love that even though, I thought it was sad, but I love that even though he knew that there was a chance that something bad could happen, that he still did the, let them know that he found a way to travel. So I really love that. I really love that, but I thought it was heartbreaking because I knew something was going to happen to him, and even he knew. You know, he said he had a bad feeling about it, and yeah. But him dying was just so sad. So sad. But I thought it was fitting that he was the one that sacrificed himself. I just had that feeling he was going to do so. But I loved his whole thing. I loved the funeral. Yeah, it was really good. Okay, let's talk about Hawkeye and what's her name? The Black Widow? Natasha? Okay, first let's talk about him when, oh my God, that was so sad when he was with his family at the beginning and and all of a sudden they all disappeared. He didn't know what happened to him and he's like saying their names and stuff. Oh my gosh, that was so sad. And then him like in Tokyo or wherever it was. I don't know if it was Tokyo or where he was. And Tasha comes to get him when after he killed that one person. And him, you know, wanted to sacrifice himself for her. And her not letting him. I know a lot of people thought that was a controversial choice. I don't understand why people were saying it was controversial what she did. I guess maybe because he wanted to be the one that sacrificed himself. I don't know. But I thought it was fitting that she did so. She loves him, you know. That was her, like one of her best friends. So, of course, she knows that if everything changes and, you know, if everything changes and and everything gets fixed, that his family would be back. Or did they already get back? I'm trying to remember if they were already back in that part. But anyways, that part, I thought that was a good thing. That it showed that Natasha really loved Hawkeye and she wanted him to be with his loved ones if everything turned out. So I thought that was good. I thought it was sad because I love Natasha so much. I love the Black Widow. But I liked that it showed, like, after, when he came back and she wasn't with them, how it showed how everybody loved her so much. The Hawk, Captain America, Iron Man, all of them loved her so much, and I loved that it showed that. I thought it was more sad that she died than the one from Guardian of the Galaxy and Infinity War. I thought Natasha's was a lot sadder. Speaking of Infinity, okay, now that we talked about that part, let's talk about what I was just going to say. I forgot the name of the show, the movie. I don't know why that movie, like, goes out of my head all of a sudden, but Guardian of the Galaxy. So, what's his name? Star-Lord comes back, or whatever his name is, the main guy. And all of them, the tree, and all of them, I forget their names, but they come back. And then we're in the past, and what's her name? I don't remember her name, but the one that he's involved with. Her and her sister, the other part of her sister, you know, that was from the past. That was interesting. I wonder if because there's going to be more Guardians of the Galaxies because of how it ends, which we'll talk about. But I'm wondering if she's going to be in it. Like, is she ever going to fall back in love with, you know, with, oh, I forgot what I said his name was. But you know who I'm talking about. Do you think that she's going to fall back in love with him, or do you think there's going to be another love interest? I don't know, because I don't know too much about Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, I think it's a funny movie. It ain't one of my favorite movies, but yeah. But let's talk about Thor, and then we'll go back to the I forgot the name already again. Guardians of the Galaxy. So, Thor. I don't know if I liked the part where he was all fat and drunk, and I could understand, though, why he was that way, because he felt like it was his fault and stuff. I thought it was really neat at the beginning where he chops off, you know, Thanos, or how you say his name's head. That was so, like, badass. I love that part. But anyways, so I think he felt guilty about things, but still, I didn't like that he was drinking so much, but even him being, like, fat didn't bother me, because it was kind of funny, to be perfectly, you know, honest. I thought it was kind of hilarious how big he was. It was cracking me up when Hawk went to find him and to see if he would help. Oh god, that was so funny. Oh god, playing video games and stuff, that was so funny when he was yelling at the one guy in the video during the video game. The one that, whatever it was, I don't remember exactly why he was yelling at the other guy on the phone, but that was so funny. I mean, they're like so comic relief. I mean, that thing. But yeah. And how about the ending with Thor going off to be with the members of the Guardians of the Galaxy? so cute. But I hope that Chris Hemsworth is skinnier than the other ones. It was okay for the movie, but come on. You're going to be in space and you're going to be fighting and stuff. I mean, I'm so excited to see how that's going to end, like how that's going to go with them. I'm kind of excited that he's going to be with the Guardians of the Galaxy crew. So I thought that part was neat. I just wish, you know, my husband was saying that, I know a lot of people had problems with the Tony ending. I'm not Tony ending. The Captain American, you know, Steve Rogers ending. I loved it personally, but I'll get into that in a minute. But how about Thanos? Didn't he do something by coming from the past to go to the future? My husband was saying something, but I don't understand what he was talking about. But he was saying something about, well, this shouldn't have happened and this shouldn't have happened because he died in the future. I mean, in the present, but he came from the past. I don't know. I don't understand that because came from the past too, but I don't know if she left or not. You know, the one from the Garden of the Galaxy and her sister. I don't know if they went back to the past or not, but if they didn't, then I don't know. But anyways, I don't know exactly what my husband was talking about there. But, okay. I like some of the other people's roles. They were small. I love Hawkeye. He's like, I don't know why I love Jeremy Renner, however you say his last name. I don't know why I like him so much before, but I've liked him from when he first was on the movies. Like, I love his bow and arrow, or his arrow, or bow and arrow, whatever you want to say. I loved his friendship with Natasha / the Black Widow. I mean, yeah. If he wasn't married, I thought they would have made a cute couple, even though Hawk. That was sad, because you know that, I always forget what his real name is. Bruce? Yeah, Bruce. You know that he was having feelings for Natasha, Black Widow. You know that. But, yeah. How about him, like him and Hawk emerging like that, Bruce and Hawk? I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know if it was my favorite thing in the movie, but I thought it was interesting. But Captain America. I even told my husband, I hope he gets a happy ending. I hope somehow he gets back with his girl, his woman, because I felt so bad in the first movie where, you know, when he dies and then he goes to the future or whatever, the present, whatever you want to say. I always felt bad for him. I felt he got cheated, and I'm so glad that he got to go back into the past, even though a lot of people were upset about that part. I loved it. I overlooked it because, hey, he got to be with his girl. So I know it didn't make 100%, what's that called? It wasn't like, it really shouldn't have been able to happen. But I overlooked it because I wanted him to finally get his happy ending. He deserved a happy ending. I know Tony died / Iron Man, but at least he got to be with he got to have a daughter, he got to marry his girl, and, you know, he got 5 years with them being married and having peace, and he got to wrap up with his, you know, he got to, even though his dad didn't know who he was, he got to see his dad. So, yeah. I thought it was sad that he died, but yeah. But that too, sorry. But let's get back to my baby, Steve. Oh my gosh. Like, I was perfectly happy with that. He got to go back into the past and be with his girl. I really was. Because he deserved, like I said, a happy ending. People were also upset with him getting the, what was it? The axe, or whatever you want to call it. You know, the, Thor's hammer. That's what it is. Now, a lot of people are like, how is he able to get that hammer? Blah, 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 blah. Well, wasn't there a scene where they said that if you are kind of like worthy, basically, then you'd be able to use it as well? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've watched Thor, because I'm not really a huge, like, Thor movie fan. I liked Chris Hemsworth, and I liked him as a character and stuff. I just was never as enthralled with his movies. But yeah, or you know, like I said, Iron Man's, but I like them, like, when they're all together. But yeah, how about the ending? Do you like that it was, I always forget the guy's name. Hank? No, not Hank. I forget his name. Hawk? Not Hawk. God, I always forget the one that becomes Captain America. I always forget his name. Hank. It's not Hank. I always want to say Hank, but I always forget his name. But anyways, him. Were you happy that he became Captain America, or were you hoping for Bucky? I kind of at first wanted it to be Bucky, but I think that the other guy deserved, because he's never got like really a big role in the movie, you know, a big part in that movie. So I was curious, like, how he would be, like, as more of a center person. I can't remember his name. I hate that. But you guys know who I'm talking about. If you watched it, of course, because, you know, you saw the ending, so you know who it is, but I cannot remember his name. But anyways, I didn't mind. I can't wait to see how he's going to be as Captain America. Because I'm sorry, but I love the one that played Chris Evans. I loved him in that role. I know some people really didn't like him as Captain America, but oh my gosh, I thought he was so good as Captain America. I loved his scenes. Like, if I didn't want him to be with his girl so bad, and if Natasha wouldn't have died, I thought they had some good mad-ass chemistry together. But I think they were more better as friends. I thought it was sad that, you know, that's why I feel more sad that she died than the girl from, you know, now I forgot the name of it again. Not Infinity Wars. Now I got Infinity Wars on my brain. Oh, brother. But you know what I'm talking about. My mind went blank and I would keep Guardian of the Galaxy. That's it. Yeah. From the girl from... I don't even remember her name, see? So that's why, you know, I don't think her death affected me as much as compared to Natasha's. Because I always loved the Black Widow. I know sometimes she did some things that I didn't agree with, but I always loved Scarlett Johansson, or however you say her name. I always loved her portrayal of the Black Widow. Yeah. Even though Iron Man died, do you think that they're going to have a new Iron Man? Or do you think that's just going to be it for Iron Man? And if you think there's going to be another Iron Man, who do you think is going to become Iron Man? Because we know already that the one guy became Captain America. But who's going to become him? You know, Iron Man, if they do decide to have a new Iron Man. Would it be one of his sons? Would it be... No, he didn't have a son. He had a daughter. Will it be his daughter, or will it be... There was some guy, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was one of Hawkeye's kids or who it was, but there was somebody like almost towards the end of the funeral scene that they showed really quick, and he was like in the background, and I was wondering who he was. I couldn't place him, and I was wondering if he was there for a reason. But yeah, it could have been one of Hawkeye's kids. I forget how many kids Hawkeye had, but yeah, Spider-Man. I was glad that the one that played Spider-Man, you knew he was going to come back because there's another movie. I kind of like him, Tom. I can never remember his last name. But I think he's one of my favorite Spider-Mans. I felt so bad for him when he knew that Tony was going to die. Oh my gosh. So sad. That whole thing was heartbreaking. But I'm just so glad, like I said, that he got to at least have 5 years of peace with his girl. I always forget her name, but you know, his wife and their daughter. So yes, I'm very happy that he at least had those 5 years. And I was really impressed. I thought I wasn't going to like this movie as much. To be perfectly honest, I didn't have any expectations, and I know some people did. I know Book Babe 88, my girl Ashley, I know that she didn't like this one, that she had issues with it. I don't know what the issues were because she hasn't told me, but she'll be watching this probably, so she'll tell me, I guess. Or maybe she'll do a review, I don't know. But I loved it. She said she liked Infinity War better. Like I said, I was bored. Infinity War, I'd probably give like 5, maybe 6 if I'm being generous. This one I would give like an 8.5. Maybe even a 9, but I'll stick with the 8.5. I was debating between 8 or 9, so I figured we'll do it down the middle and do 8.5. So yeah, I gave it 8.5. Maybe 9. I loved it. Sure, like, the space thing really shouldn't have happened. Because there should have been, like, some kind of effect from him, you know, going from the, you know, staying in the past. But, like I said, I overlooked that because I wanted him to have his happy ending. Sometimes you gotta overlook things. I know some people were upset because they made it so Back to the Future-y. But I loved it. I loved being able to, like, see them go into the past and seeing, like, when Hawk, you know, got oh my gosh, what is his name? You know, Thor's brother, Loki. I love seeing the past, like when he, yeah, that scene when he was talking about how he wanted to have a drink. I love that. I love that we got to see them like fighting the creatures and Captain America with his shield when they all first started fighting together with him and Hawkeye and all that. I love that. I love that we got to go back and see before he, you know, went into the other world. And I knew something good was going to happen with him and his woman at the end because of looking in the mirror like that. Like looking in the other side, you know, the mirror, whatever you want to say, and seeing her there. Oh. And like I said, I even said to my husband, I don't know if you guys seen Batman, so it might be a spoiler, and if it is, I'm sorry. So, but the end of Batman, the one that Kristen Bell does, I think his name is Bell. But anyways, like how, spoiler, so if you haven't, then, you know, silence it for a minute so I'm not spoiling you for the end of Batman, the one with Kristen Bell. So I'll wait a couple seconds. But, okay. So you can either just buy or just silence your, you know, silence for a minute. Or skip just a little tiny bit. But anyways, you know, like how in Batman, he was supposed to be dead and he was at, and then, what's his name? Alfred was, they did this one scene together where they were talking about like, how that he would like, I don't know exactly what the wording was, but how they would be like, that maybe one day he would see him across the way having coffee or something like that, and he would be with his girl, I mean, with, you know, happy and would be with somebody or whatever, and then he supposedly dies, Batman, and then we see Alfred sitting, you know, outside that little calf and looking across, and he saw, you know, Batman with Catwoman. I love that. And I told my husband, I hope something like that, something good like that would happen with Captain America, with Steve. And it didn't happen exactly that way, but he got to be with his woman in the end. He got to be happy. So I was happy, even though a lot of people were mad because, you know, the worlds of, you know, going back to the past and stuff like that. But I overlooked it. That's me. But yeah, I really loved the movie. Let me know if you saw it, what your opinions were. Because I loved it. I know Beautiful Bookish Bethany did a review. Hers is a lot shorter. And I know she loved it. So yeah, I know at least one person liked it. I know, what's his name? Dan Green or Daniel Green, or I don't know what the YouTuber's name is, but he's the one that does a lot of like reviews of like what is it? He does a lot of like talks about a lot of what is it called? I forgot the name of the thing that he talks about. But like Lord of the Rings and all that kind of stuff. He does a lot of the like he comes on and he discusses things to do with that. I can't remember what his name is. But if I find it, I will, you know, put his down below as well. But he, like Ashley, BookBabe 88, liked Infinity Wars better. So, yeah. I'm just curious how people feel. So let me know down below. And if you did a review of it, let me know that as well so I could go watch it. I'm really, like, I really loved it. I do agree with Daniel, or whatever his name is, that in regards to, like, they made it so packed at the end, like, for some certain characters, that you're wondering, like, if that's the end of these characters, or if they're going to have a different story with other characters, like how they are with Captain America, how they turned it over to Hank, I don't know what his name is. Oh my god, I know what his name is, and it's just not coming to me. I hate when that happens. When you know somebody's name, you know, I know it ain't Hawkeye. I know it ain't Hawk. I just can't get it. I know it's something to do with flying or something, but I can't remember his name. So if you guys remember his name, comment down below. The one's Captain America now. Because I'm having a brain fart. But anyways, let me know what you think. If it should have been him or Bucky. Because I really do like the one that played Bucky. And I would love to see him be Captain America. Just because, you know. But I thought that he had a good, like, he was like, he had more of a arc and story than the other guy did. The one that becomes Captain America. So I'm kind of happy that he's the one that gets to be him instead. Just because I'm curious how he's going to do. Because I have some kind of a feeling how the other one would do. Bucky. Kind of have a feeling how he would do. But I'm very curious how the other guy is going to portray Captain America. So I think it's going to be very interesting. And let me know, do you like that Thor is going to be with Guardian of the Galaxy crew? Is that why they killed the girl off? Or is she going to come back on Guardian of the Galaxy? Yeah. Let me know what you think. Cause I think it's going to be funny. I think Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pratt are so funny together. So I think they got a lot of chemistry together. So yeah. But I'm going to let you guys go because this is almost 40 minutes. But yeah. I hope you guys liked my review. I hope you guys liked the book, the book and the graphic novel / comic, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Let me know what you think about those two. And yeah. I'm going to let you guys go. Remember, if you like this video, thumbs up. Let me know what I asked down below about the movie. If you like the video, remember, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Either way, at least people know that you're watching my videos. If you subscribe, remember that beautiful bell icon so you'll know whenever a video of mine is uploaded for your enjoyment. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys all later. Lori out. Mwah!